So the Lord is not going to put us through anything that we can't handle. It's simple. You say it's through that same temptation, he's going to make it a way to escape. All right, those were precepts for 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We jump down to verse 10 here. Let's see what we got. Some of these may be repetition, so I'm not going to hit them all. All right, 2 Corinthians 1 and 5. We already hit verse 9, but I'll hit it again. It says, for as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us, said the sufferings abound in us. Man, when we take up that cross and we drink of that cup, we going to suffer like him. But what? So our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach, our consolation. What is it? What is that word, consolation? Hold on, let me grab that. What's that? 2 Corinthians 1. Get that in the NLT. Bear with me, Hakim, for edification's sake. Just want to see what that says here. Paraclesis. Comfort. You know what, man? Just so brothers can see it. And sisters that may be watching. And I'll just go back.
Strong's G 3874. Paraklesis. Paraklesis.
A calling near, summons for help, supplications, entreaty, exhortation, admonition, encouragement, comfort, solace, that which affords comfort or refreshment. The comforter, these scriptures. All right. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. What? The fear of the Lord is his treasures. Isaiah 33 and 6. Look, thus of the Messianic salvation, so the rabbis call the Messiah the consoler, the comforter, right? Persuasive discourse, stirring address, instructive, admonitory, consolatory, powerful, oratory discourse. He's the comforter. So that consolation is comfort. It's encouragement. It's just a refreshing. Remind us what we got to come. And let our treasures rest in heaven. Let's go back real quick. I don't want to lose my spot. All right. 2 Corinthians 1 and 9 again. But we had the sentence of death in ourselves, right? For the sufferings of Christ, of Hamashiach abound in us, right? That we should not trust in ourselves, but in Yahweh, which raises the dead. So when we dealing with this flesh, man, we can't trust ourselves most of the time. Right? Proverbs 3 up top. Proverbs 3. I'm going to start at 1. It says, my son, forget not the law. Forget not my law. But let thine heart, thine spirit, and mind keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck and write them upon the table of thine heart, thine spirit. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of Yahweh and man. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh, with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Right? The point is in 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, with all thy might, they mind, with all that. With all thine heart, thy might, thy mind, lean not unto thine own understanding. You can't trust yourself, man. Especially when we don't have that just balance, that, you can't trust ourselves. Right? The flesh is weak. Especially in a world, a carnal world, man. This wicked world. This kingdom is built off iniquity. So our spirit will be willing. It's easier to do the wrong thing here and harder to do the righteous thing. It's easy for your foot to slip into some mischief. and harder to keep that path, man. A wise man is a prudent man foreseeth the evil and he hideth himself. That's through prayer and fasting, man. The Lord got to be with you. You got to have that hedge of protection. All right, let's keep rolling. We already hit Romans 8. Philippians 3 and 10. Might have to start up on that one. Philippians 3 and 10 and 9. Ooh, heavy. Philippians 3 and 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Mashiach. This material shit, this shit light compared to what we're going to gain. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua Mashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung. They count it as shit, it's garbage, that I may win in a Mashiach, and be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, Yahushua, the righteousness which is of Yahweh by faith, that I may know him, and the power of his resurrection, and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made comfortable unto his death. If by any means I might attain unto the resurrection of the dead. So this is what we have to look forward to, man. We just have to bear the cross. Drink of that cup. Worthily. Sincerely and wholeheartedly. Colossians, man, have to start up on this too. Colossians 1. The point is in 24, but let's see. Damn. Start at verse 19. For it pleased the Father that in him should all fullness dwell. Right? We're going to be fulfilled in Yahushua through the Heavenly Father Yahweh. And having made peace through the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things unto himself. By him I say, whether they be Salakia. By him I say, whether they be things in earth or things in heaven. And you that were sometime alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now hath he reconciled. Yeah, putting off the old man. Right? Just fighting that good fight of faith, man. In that furnace of adversity, being purified. Verse 22, in the body of his flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight. Right? Burning off them impurities until, process of gold being purified, is at its purest when the Lord can see his reflection, when we can see the reflection or whoever's looking at it. In this case, the Lord is going to see his reflection in us. Lord willing, we endure unto the end. Verse 23, if ye continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel, which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I, Paul, am made a minister, who now rejoice in my sufferings with you, and fill up that which is behind of the afflictions of a Mashiach in my flesh, for his body's sake, and which is the church, whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High Yahweh, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of the Most High. It's beautiful, man. This thing is bigger than us, man. We're a body now. Taking up that cross, man. Putting the hand forth on that plow. We are a body. We have to become selfless for righteousness' sake. Second Corinthians 13 and 4. For though he was crucified through weakness, yet he liveth by the power of the Most High. For we also are weak in him, but we shall live with him by the power of the Most High toward you. So what Yahushua did for us, Lord, we're bidding the marriage to the whole four elect. Like we're the whole four elect as well. But we're doing what Yahweh Shai wants us to do, for lack of better words. Could have worded that better, Salakia. Lord willing, we are those men partaking of the first fruits. Second Timothy 2:11, it is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. 1 Peter 4:13, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of a Mashiach sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. And we can't even imagine what that exceeding joy is going to be like, man. Revelations 1:17 is John the Revelator. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead. And he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, fear not, I am the first and the last. That's beautiful. He's the Alpha and Omega, man, the beginning and the end, right? Through him came, through the woman, became, Adam fell because of Eve, right? But as men, we take accountability. So through the fall of man is going to come the uplifting, or the salvation, if you will. This is second Esdras. I close out with this. Second Esdras 2:42. I, Esdras, saw upon Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. This Yahweh Shai, that young man of a high stature, taller than the rest, setting crowns on the heads of the elect. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms. How do we know that? All right, we'll grab this. It's verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that? Is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Right? That loved not their lives unto death, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Standing stiffly for the name of the Lord. Boldly. Real quick. It's the bottom. 1 Corinthians 15. And 50, it says, Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither do corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, we shall not all die, but we shall be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Hold up. We jump back up here to verse 45. It says, He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High, and now are they crowned and receive palms. So they're getting crowned and they're getting new bodies. That mortal clothing in this flesh. It's this flesh. This terrestrial. These bodies that house our spirits that live out our judgment. This last judgment, man. Verse 54. 1 Corinthians 15:54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, Death is swallowed up in victory. Man, real quick. We about to close out, but precepts is flying. 2 Corinthians 5:1. For we know that our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we having a building of the Most High, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. NLT, for we know that this earthly tent we live in is taken down. That is, when we die and leave this earthly body, we will have a house in heaven, an eternal body made for us by the Most High himself and not by human hands. Man, come on, bruh. It's back in 2nd Esdras 2 and 47 again. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and uplifting. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Baha Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and GMS who teach and rule well, and peace and salutations to the whole for elect. Keep enduring, Akim Kwame Asharala, and the Baba Ball. Shalom.